We got 70. Ooh.
And we're ready. We're live here. Welcome, everybody. Hi, everyone. I'm Pelly. I work for the MakeCode team here at Microsoft. And with me,
Emil. I'm Emil.
Emil. Emil is our assistant. He's going to be all the coding. And if you've been following us on Mixer, we are doing a stream on how to code every day during the past few weeks to help the kids. We're stuck at home with the coronavirus. And today we're hosting episode number 2 of Digital All Star Stream. And this is a show that's sponsored by the Microsoft stores who are proudly partnering with All Star athletes. We're passionate about technology and connecting with their communities to offer Digital All Stars program. So for today's shows, we're very happy and very honored to get our host, Kevin Byard from the Tennessee Titans. And Kevin, you're now live on our stream. Welcome to this show.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be joining you guys.
Yeah, so welcome to spend some time and entertain the kids who are all stuck at home for the coronavirus.
Sure.
So could you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do? And for the people who are not really, we're in Seattle here. So
Yeah, of course, man. So like you said, for guys who may not know of me, my name is Kevin Byard. I'm a safety, Pro Bowl safety for the Tennessee Titans. I've been in the NFL for the past 4 years, going on my 5th year this upcoming football season. Where do I start? I've born and raised in Philadelphia, moved to Atlanta. My parents had kind of split when I was going down to high school. So my mom took my brothers and sisters. I'm one of 7 children from my mom's side.
Oh, wow.
So we got a lot of kids. Yes, a lot of kids. So, but we all kind of packed up, moved down to Atlanta, played my high school football down in Atlanta, kind of made a name for myself down there, running track, playing football. Was able to earn a scholarship at the Middle Tennessee State University down in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is actually about 30 minutes outside of Nashville, which is crazy. But kind of did my thing there, broke some records, and was able to, was blessed. I was blessed to be able to put myself in position to be drafted by the Tennessee Titans. So it was a 30-minute drive up the street. Actually could have kept my old college apartment if I wanted to. It's crazy. So, but I'm here now. So that's kind of in a nutshell who I am in a short summary, if I could put it.
Wow, 7 brothers and sisters. So you got a half team. You got a full team to practice at home.
Yeah, I got a basketball starting 5, and I got a 6-man on the bench, and I got a coach, so we can go.
Yeah, cool. All right. So in fact, what do you do? Kevin, there's a lot of messages on the chat for you,
Yeah, let me
for
check.
sure, and we'll show the chat during the coding session. So we're sorry we don't have it here. I'm not sure I can add it on the fly. So definitely a bunch of questions for you. Question for that we all have on our minds right now is how do you stay in shape while being quarantined?
Man, it's tough. Well, I wouldn't say it's tough for me, but I understand it's definitely a tough situation going on in the country right now. I definitely want to kind of take a time to just say my condolences definitely go out to all the family members that has been affected, anybody that has been affected personally or know somebody personally has been affected. It's definitely a crazy times that we're living in this world period, not just this country. So definitely my heart goes out to all those individuals. But as me personally, I'm trying to stay in the house, doing what I can to practice social distancing. Pretty much been quarantined for almost the past month or so, just with my family and my wife's here and my daughter. So we've been pretty much cooped up in the house. But I have a Peloton bike here. So
Oh, you're a Peloton person?
Yes. So it's funny that you said that. So I bought my wife the Peloton bike because she likes to exercise. So especially when we had just had a baby this football season, I bought her the Peloton bike so she can work out at the house. And I've never really been a cycling person. I actually rather go out and just run or do sprints and stuff like that. But now that I've been in the house and I've been on the bike, I love it. I think it's a great way to stay in shape. You kind of get a feel of being in a class environment with an instructor. You go through a class, so it's kind of fun. So that's what I've been doing. I do my push-ups, do my sit-ups. I've actually got some equipment brought to the house. So, trying to do what I can, man, to stay in tip-top shape so I can, keep doing what I've been doing for the Titans.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about our side. We haven't been doing much. Um, this is great. Now we're gonna be coding some games today. So, quick answer. What's your favorite video games when you were growing up?
Oh man,
And that's hard.
that's probably one of the harder questions to answer because it's like you have different game consoles that had great games.
How about
I would
what?
definitely say one of the popular games as far as a game that we played as all my friends were uh, definitely GoldenEye 007 on Nintendo 64. That was one of my favorite games. But I mean, you talk about from Super Mario way back in the day to Donkey Kong to Sonic to
Hmm.
from fighting games to Mortal Kombat to Soul Calibur, and of course you got to your Maddens, your 2Ks, and I'm just a gamer person, period. So, and then just recently, probably my favorite game up to date that I recently played was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Woo.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
That was a sweet game. That was a sweet game. It's probably one of my favorite games. That and
Yeah,
like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like
it's
that.
fun. You can do anything you want.
Anything. It's pretty much Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, he likes
Yeah.
it too.
Ride on horses. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
It's
th-
decent.
this is great. You want to ask a question, Emil?
Yeah, no, you answered it. It's fine.
Yeah. So,
I got a
coming
lot of
back
stuff
to
to really
coming
say.
back to coding, why do you feel like learning coding is important for kids these days and actually adults? Yeah.
Man, I think it's highly important. It's not something that I had the pleasure of learning when I was a child or when I was in school. So I think for any children that's wanting to get into coding, I think it's very important because I mean you honestly just think about what we're going through right now, just being quarantined, understanding that when we actually come out of quarantine, things may be different. Our lives may be different in different ways. So and I also think that going into the future, obviously everything is going to be going more of the technology. Everything's going more digital. So the more coders we have in the world, and I'm not necessarily saying that, kind of harping on what LeBron James kind of always said was, we have enough LeBrons, we have enough football players, we have enough of those. We need more coders, we need more doctors, we need more lawyers because in times like this, it's very important. So I think coding is important for children, adults, anyone that want to get into anything that deals with technology, computers. It's big, man. I mean, you look at what's going on in Silicon Valley and all those different type things.
All right. Um, Emil.
Uh,
Yeah. So one last question for you, and this is, I think, a very important question. You have a foundation, and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
copy the link in the chat. Can you tell us a bit more what your foundation is doing?
Yeah, so my foundation, so me and my wife started the Byard Family Legacy Fund. We started that late in the football season last year. Something that I've always wanted to do. Something that has kind of been a dream of mine when I was kind of coming up. Just always wanted to be able to reach back and help out individuals. I've been so blessed. We've been so blessed. My family's been so blessed. Uh, just over our lifetime, which is God's grace, kind of just putting His hand over us, over me, to get us in the position that we're in now. So I kind of feel as though that's what you're supposed to do when you get in this position. Kind of pay it forward and pay back. So uh, our fun and we've done events from Thanksgiving last year to Christmas events. We did a bunch of things. We did shoe giveaways to the Boys and Girls Club. We did a shoe giveaway to elementary school out here in Nashville. We also have a Grace grant that we're gonna start as well, that we're gonna be giving to a child that's going to be going to college, deserving
Wow.
person that we feel like is deserving of God's grace. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the idea behind it. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So we have a lot of things lined up now. Of course, with the quarantine, the coronavirus things that's going on right now, we definitely was planning on having some events lined up, and those kind of things been thrown
Yeah.
on the back burner a little bit. But at the same time, we're still trying to make sure that with our foundation, me, myself, my wife, just trying to make sure that we're being out there, just seeing what we can do in the community, not as far as getting out there hands on, but from afar, just trying to reach out and just trying to be, put a smile on people's faces if that's anything that you can do.
Right. And well, thank you so much for doing that. I'm adding the URL of the it's byardfamilylegacy.org, and if anybody's interested, you can go and check it out on the URL. And thank you so much for giving back to the community.
Yeah, I
This
see
is
somebody
great.
down there say they go to the Boys and Girls Club. That's cool.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
Boys and Girls Club, man, it's awesome.
And we're gonna switch gears and let me see if I got the right shortcut. We're gonna start, and this is kind of what we're gonna be doing today, Kevin. We're all gonna learn how to build a game, and you can see here on the screen. We're gonna go into a website called arcade.makecode.com, and it's a free website built by Microsoft, and it allows kids and pretty much anybody to write some cool old school games. Some of the ones you've probably played when you were a kid. And so we're talking about retro 80s games. So if you're watching this stream, please go to arcade.makecode.com and you're going to be able to follow along, and we'll be coding a game. So Emil will be driving the coding, and then we'll figure it out. This is always a learning process.
Yeah, most definitely. Everybody go to the link arcade.makecode.
Arcade.makecode.com, and this will work on your iPad or on your Windows machine or Mac or anything like that. All right, so let's go. And meanwhile, if the fans have
yes, ask me some questions, man.
yeah, if the fans have a question, we've got the chat on the we've got the chat on Mixer that's running, and Kevin can also answer questions
in the meantime.
All right, so we are
the football player. Yes, this is Kevin Byard, the football player, not the scientist.
Yeah, for the playing safety for the Tennessee Titans. And you're you've done 4 seasons, Kevin, going into 5th.
Yes, I've done 4 seasons, and I'm headed to my 5th. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's funny. I still look back at my rookie year and just be thinking about how I'm in my 5th year already. It's crazy.
All right. Okay, let's get started then. So going to arcade.makecode.com, you'll see that you've got a home screen.
Yeah.
And we actually have if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see there's
tutorials window.
Yeah, Emil.
Yeah, and then and then you find the galga, the kind of remake of the classical arcade game.
Yeah, so if you click on galga, you'll see. So go ahead and click that.
Yeah.
You'll see that there's a little preview of the game, and Kevin, I think you're gonna figure out what game we're building. You can see there's rockets coming from the right.
That's definitely a remake of one of my favorite arcade games back in the day.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that, but we'll maybe change the images to get it going. So again,
do whatever we want to.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit of fun. All right, let's start the tutorial, and hopefully everybody is following along with us.
Yeah, so join in, please.
Okay, this is the plot, part of the story. So we've got, and I think we kind of figure out what's going on here. You've got these rockets coming from the right, and then we've got a plane or something that's moving, shooting bullets at them, and you have to dodge them, and I think you get some points if you take them down.
So you start with 3 lives and you gain more by firing enemy ships. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be able to change that. So just a quick note about what we're seeing here. Let's see, we've got on the right, we've got a mini little game engine. So this is our arcade, and this is where you play your game.
It's like a little mini Game Boy.
Yeah. And then on the top here, we've got all the steps for our tutorial. You see all the dots there, all the white dots. So there are a number of steps, and these steps will take you through making the game. And then in the middle, we've got the coding section, and this is just like puzzle pieces that you put together, and ultimately that makes the game. All right, are you ready, Kevin?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do that coding. All right, so the first thing we do typically is we read the instructions on top. So Emil, what do we do this time?
We have to create the sprite, and it's gonna be here.
So we're gonna create a sprite, and in video games, sprites is really just some moving objects. Most of your character is a sprite, projectile is a sprite. So if I click on sprite, you can see that the first block So what is like, okay, so this, let me snap it in.
Yeah. You just put in.
Okay, what else, Emil?
We need to rename it.
All right.
What are we going to rename it?
Space plane.
I think we're going to rename it to Space Plane.
Space plane.
Yeah. It's useful to have names that actually describe what the variable holds, and a variable is like it's like a piece of memory where it's like a drawer in your memory. You put something, and then you can take it back. This is our player. We could call it hero as well.
Somebody asked on Mixer, can you do this on Xbox?
Okay, so unfortunately, you can't do this on Xbox. This is you need a browser to do that. But great question. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good question.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
And I think we need to draw something. So if you click on the gray area, so Kevin, what do you want as a plane, or do you have any preference here?
Gotta go blue.
We gotta go Titans blue.
We don't have the exact Titans colors, but
Is this close?
any type of blue would suffice.
Yeah, we got 3 blues. Like
We
light
can
blue.
add all the blues there.
All right, so let's see. Actually, how about we go in the gallery and grab a, I was thinking we could do a football themed game,
Oh, let's do it. Let's change gears.
Yeah, it's a, you can definitely change the images, and when you're building your game, it doesn't have to be a plane.
We could paint it blue.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Here. This?
Yeah.
Yes. No,
All right. So blue.
So it can be a slice of pizza.
Yeah, the pizza games are very popular. Pizza versus tacos.
Right.
Yeah, you could maybe use the paint tool.
A bit.
Oh, there we go.
There
Okay,
you
we're
go.
doing our best to do a rendition of your of the Titans
Okay.
dress code.
Just gonna.
I'm not sure we succeeded.
Yeah, we never succeed in drawing.
You get as close as possible.
Yeah,
Nobody's perfect.
it's all about trying. It's about the journey.
Right.
Okay.
All right, quick done.
Let's see what
And
we have going on Mixer.
oh, hold on. Yeah,
I'm gonna ask how old am I?
sorry.
I'm 26 years old. 26. I'll be turning 27 in August 17th. I'm a Leo.
All right, so
Yeah, we did it.
There you go.
yeah, go full
Look
screen on the
sweet.
simulator, Emil,
Oh yeah.
so we can see it. So if you click on the little icon there,
That color combination ain't too bad. I might have to
yeah,
the Titans, man. Let's see what we can do. In the New Jersey.
yeah, we'll maybe we'll improve it later. It's a good start.
Somebody said make Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, we can do tons of games here. All right, I think Emil,
Yeah.
it doesn't move because we haven't put any code to move it.
Oh, okay. We need to make it stay on the screen before we
Yeah, so you can't make a move
Oh yeah,
yet.
make it move it.
move it first.
Yeah, let's move it first.
Let's
We
move
don't always follow the instructions. Okay, so what we did was
Well, you come in here and then you just
Can-
in controller. Then you're gonna grab the block, and then there's the variable here that you put in. So you just change it.
and how about you zoom in a bit on the block so we should better. There we go.
We can't even see it.
And this is a block that tells the computer that the arrow keys are moving the display plane sprite. So now if you test the game,
You can move with the directional buttons.
woohoo!
Right.
Yeah, if you're in a computer, you can also use the keys, the
Yeah. Arrow keys.
WSD. But see, there's a problem here. It disappears because I've went too far.
Yeah. Well, we
Oh,
also
so you can
have,
move them. You can move them off the screen.
Yeah.
we also have to do that. So.
All right. So the instructions are to set the sprite in the screen. So I'm going to drag this.
Oops. There you go.
Make sure we work with spaceplane and turn on the same screen. And now if Emil tries to move around, C is going to be stuck.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right. All right. I think we're done.
That's pretty awesome.
And
Coding that, you have that's the cool thing about coding. You pretty much setting up everything with the video game. You have to even control him to make sure that he stays in the screen.
Yeah.
Most people would never just be automatic, you know.
You can move out of the script and kind of make it your own, which is very cool.
You can do whatever you want to do with it.
Okay, well, life.
Okay, so this next step is to, give ourselves some lives.
Right.
So let's do that.
So you gotta every video game gotta have at least 3 lives.
I know. Let's get more lives.
Okay.
How many lives do you have in a football game?
How many lives? Shoot.
How many lives does a football player have?
You got 1. Especially playing my position.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do for one.
That's kind of the funny thing we always talk about our coaches about, like the difference between football and baseball. As a defensive back and a baseball player, if a baseball player goes to the up at bat 10 times and he only hits 3, that's 300. That's pretty good. That's like a Hall of Fame career. You pretty much, if you bat 300 your entire career, that's good for baseball. But if you have a defensive back and you are 10 plays and you give up a touchdown 7 out of 10 plays and you did good 3 plays, you're not going to have a job. So. It's a big difference.
Yeah, defense is always a hard position.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It's tough.
Especially playing our position right there.
Okay, well, how many lives?
Oh, we're going for 1. We're,
Yeah.
No, we can give him 3. We can give him 3. Let's give him 3 lives.
Let's go in 3.
We can go to 3 lives and then maybe we can come back and change it to 1 life. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
Okay, I think we're done. So we're moving to the next step here, and we've got.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, we did that.
Wait. Let's read it. Move the space plane with the controller button.
Barrett 7011 says, "Do you know Derrick Henry?"
Oh yeah.
Yes, I know Derrick Henry. That's my team. That's my guy.
Yeah, you've had a lot of questions about Derrick. Maybe you want to talk.
Yeah, but to say I could talk first about just how to spell it if somebody's looking for it. Derrick, not Derek or Darek. But nah, Derrick's my guy, man. Me and Derrick, we got drafted together. He was drafted in the 2nd round. I was drafted in the 3rd round. Probably one of my closer friends since we've been on the team. I've always supported him and watched him do his thing on the opposite side of the ball. It's great to see, his hard work and dedication and him just staying patient. To see him come in the position that he in now. I mean, when he got drafted here, we had DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray is one of the best running backs in the NFL at the time. He had just came from Dallas and led the NFL in rushing yards. And Derrick had got drafted here, and he was the best running back in college football. So, he had to stay patient. He had to wait his turn, and now he's blossomed into one of the best players in the league. So, definitely happy for him. And I'm happy he's going to be here another year. So, yeah, Derrick's my guy, man.
Cool. Well, I think hopefully that answers a lot of the question that's coming to through the chat. We'll keep answering them as we go. So in this step, I think the player is too slow because if you look at him, let's move him a bit. You see, he's kind of slowish. He's never going to catch that.
God's nothing moving that slow.
Yeah. All right, let's speed him up.
Let's speed him up.
We got to get him on some sprints.
So what you see here is that we got these numbers, and they are speed. So these are pixels per second. And I think we can do 200 here.
Yeah.
That's how fast 200 is.
We're just going to double his speed. And now if we try it out.
Oh, yeah.
He's too quick now. He's cheating.
He's too quick. All right, let's slow it down.
150.
Right. Let's go 150.
Whoops.
Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. But that's something you can change in your game, depending on how hard you want to make it.
Better.
Right. That's cool. I think 150 is good.
All right. I think we've got this one going.
Yep. Okay. Okay, now we just need to make a projectile and the on button pressed.
So add an event to run code when A is pressed, and then we're going to create a projectile named Dart. All right, so we're getting more into the game mechanics.
Yeah.
So this Let's move the code up.
Yeah.
Emil, I'm gonna run out of space here.
Like that.
All the way to the corner.
Oh, but it's in. Oh, do
Yeah,
we close
just
something?
you do like this. There you go.
Oh yeah, okay, that way.
All right,
There we go.
there we go. Everybody's seeing. Okay, so this little mouth there on button press is code that runs when you press button A.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we press button A, anything that's inside will run.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do?
Launch the projectile.
Yeah, I think you're gonna collapse the simulator. So we're out of space.
Right. We need to be able to launch the
Yeah.
darts. Well, we have a football player shooting darts.
Yeah, what are we? Let's figure out what's going to be the projectile. Let's go
Right.
into the image editor.
It's
Change it up, do something different.
Like maybe like a hand that swats the ball.
No,
Yeah, we can do that.
it could be. We could do players running at us, and we shoot balls at them. Oh, let's.
Because you're a safe.
That'd
He's
be
a
cool.
safety.
All right, let's figure out an image editor. Let's go in the gallery and find something.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
find something
Kevin,
cool.
if you find something you like, just tell us to stop scrolling. Could throw
All right,
little
let's see.
kitties,
Little monkeys.
monkeys.
Or is there?
Oh,
Wait, what was that? Monkeys. Was that jellyfish?
I think these are mushrooms.
mushrooms. We've got snakes.
Yeah.
They're pointing the wrong way though.
Yeah, they're pointing the wrong way.
No, we're not gonna throw snakes. We're not gonna throw snakes.
You could clone yourself and shoot. You know, like yeah,
somebody.
These are footballs right here, ain't it?
yeah. There's football too. We could use a football. It's a good.
No,
Yeah, let's
because
try.
that'd be.
Oh,
good
you want to
if,
use something different?
that'd be good if it was like a quarterback.
It really depends on the story we're telling in the game. What do you think, Kevin?
Let me see. If we're gonna throw footballs, what makes sense to throw footballs to other football players? That would just be unless you're trying to make them catch the ball or if you're throwing interceptions. Let's just throw footballs. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, unless we want to throw a bat at somebody. I don't think we
Yeah,
want to do that.
and you know we can always change our mind later on. So you know, it's
Somebody
like,
in the washable cow
I mean, the
207 said lasers. He said you want to throw lasers.
so fast.
Lasers.
The couch is always a good option.
Yeah, couch will
Yeah,
stop
we can go.
anybody.
Okay,
But
let's
keep
just.
scrolling up. Let's see what else we can find.
Oh yeah, keep scrolling.
Got a lot of choices.
Slugs,
Slugs, snails,
snails.
sharks,
Got the princess.
the villager,
We got
She's a
shark.
villager.
the villager,
More villagers.
and then another villager.
We got some rocks, some cars. A
No
lot of good
rock.
stuff.
Yeah, we do got some good stuff.
Yeah, and how about we go back to the football mill and we add some flames to it or
Yeah,
something?
let's go to the football. Let's go back.
Oh yeah,
All right, now we're gonna. Ooh,
We had from somebody said lasers, Uggs, Uggs, laces, shark.
yeah. There's really a lot of freedom for kids to.
you can do what
Draw
you
their
want.
own.
You can,
Yeah, but I say if you're an artist, you can draw whatever you want to throw. That's always a choice.
All right, how about
it's on fire.
it's on fire?
We're just gonna imagine that it's on fire.
That's cool.
Let's see. Okay, so let's see, and we have to,
right there.
and we also have to. Let's try it actually. Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah.
And shooting downwards.
It's shooting downwards. Now, why is that?
Angle. Let's see.
Okay.
We have this set
This-
200.
Okay.
I'm gonna type it in
Yeah.
and move the view a bit up.
Okay. Just that's 0.
All right. So what's important here is you give the speed of your projectile,
Mm-hmm.
and because we want it to be flying horizontally,
Can we name it like football or projectile's fine?
I think we gotta rename it to dart
Yeah, but
Yeah.
because we're following the instructions. We'll start
Exactly.
doing random things. So again,
So everybody
This-
else can follow along.
yeah, if we don't follow the names, then we get confused later on.
Right.
So here, this one is because it has no speed vertically, so it's gonna go on a straight line. And then here we give a speed horizontally, and it's going left to right. So that's why now.
So the VY has to be 0, but the VX can pretty much be whatever, how fast we want it to be.
Yeah, but we can also later on put some acceleration on so we can make it have him fall, for example, just like a real football.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can play with physics. This is pretty cool to change your game. All right, Emil.
Right.
I think we nailed this step. Starting to look like a game.
Nailed that.
Okay.
Nailed it.
On game update.
Now what we'll start working on the incoming enemies.
Yeah.
Somebody said throw money, shoot money. I don't know.
What do you want to have? What is a good enemy? Is it gonna be football players or?
It could be the offense.
It could be a football player. It could be the refs. If we could draw a referee, the referee are enemies sometimes.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We try to stay cool with the referees, but sometimes the referees they're not always on our side. They cause pass interference too often.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Exactly. There you go.
I think you want to rename it to Boogie.
Oh yeah. Ref.
I think most players would agree to that. They got a love and hate relationship with the refs.
Yeah, it's in all sports.
Yeah.
You try to make sure you show them love though. Every time you get a chance to, hey, how you doing? How's the family?
Yeah, it works both ways. If you love them, the other side. Yeah,
it worked for me. It's worked for me for sure. I've gotten cool with a few referees over the years, and a couple times in the game where it was a borderline between being a foul, and I've had the referee kind of just pull me to the side, like, hey, it's kind of gave me a warning a little bit. So
do you start? A long way. Do you like know them by now after 4 years in the league? Do you start to kind of know them all, or?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I mean, I don't know everybody by name, but you kind of recognize faces a lot of times, and they recognize you. Because it's funny, because you don't realize, but referees actually watch, like NFL players, we have to watch film of our opponent to make sure we know what we're doing, so we get our game plan. But referees actually watch film on us as well before the game. I never knew that at first. So the referees, they know exactly who everybody is. They might not say it, but they know. So they kind of be watching for what you do throughout the games. Like, so if you're a guy that likes to grab people a lot, they're gonna be watching you to be doing that. So I kind of learned that over my years that, hey, kind of when I'm watching myself, hey, what are the referees looking for? So I can kind of try to, I want to stay.
He knows your style.
Work within the rules. Do business is being done. That's what my coach liked to call it.
The rules makes the game, makes the challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah. You want to do the ref?
That's great about video games and coding, because even in video games, you have rules in video games, but you try to find different ways to try to work within the game. What I'm saying, to try to be the best gamer you can. So.
Yeah.
Rather if it's a racing game and you're trying to, you're taking a shortcut that's built in the game or something like that. You're always trying to work within little nuances of the rules and stuff. So
I do my quality artwork, so
that's an awesome referee right there. I'm not even gonna lie. That's
perfect.
At first, I didn't even recognize what you were making at first until now. You drew the arms. You put it together.
Yeah.
The legs are skinny.
The legs are skinny.
It's super skinny. I mean, it looks like he's been doing a lot of abs.
They run a lot too, so they'd have to be in good shape.
Yeah, we gotta do some squats.
Yeah.
Gotta get in the weight room.
Maybe some kneecaps. Do 2 kneecaps.
Maybe some kneecaps.
Oh, they're evil refs.
Okay.
All right.
No, that's awesome. I love that.
I think we're done with the ref.
Yeah.
He has the referee shirt with a purple belt on. I like it.
Okay.
All right. I think we're done with the step. I'm gonna.
On the bogey sprites.
See, that would make sense. Throwing the footballs at the referees, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That would be something that's fun.
Poor refs.
That would be a cool video game. I would think a lot of people want to play that video game.
Yeah. set velocity.
Okay, so it's the ref is not moving right now.
Yeah. So.
So we're gonna have him.
Yeah, we gotta get them on the move too.
All right, so let's go back to the simulator because we want to see what this is doing.
Yeah.
Right.
But now he's going kind of like that. He's going like that.
So see, we've got every half second a referee that shows up.
Mm.
I mean, how about yeah?
Should I change the background later?
Yeah, we're gonna change the background when we're done with the tutorial.
But it shows up in the same spot directly in the middle of the screen. We gotta change that.
We're gonna have to change that. I think they want us to go
-100.
They want us to fly horizontally right to left. Now, to go left to right, we do positive velocity.
And right to left, you do.
But negative. Right to left, we go negative.
Mm.
So we're gonna do -100 here.
And then 0. So it doesn't.
That's important right there to get it the way you want to.
And then here we're gonna go Y on 0.
Right.
And now what you can see is when we restart the game, hit play.
Should go the opposite way.
But it's coming from the middle.
Yeah, it always starts from the middle unless you change that.
Yeah.
Right. But at least we got it going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And coding is a lot of baby steps.
You're doing everything.
Yeah. You do a little bit of change and then you try it out. And you get to eventually your game. I think we're going to work on the position now, and they want us to move it. So they're saying
Bogey. Position.
To move X to 180.
He's just going to be coming in at a random.
180. And we want we want the Y to be a random position. Yeah, he looks like a little
random in math.
Carousel there.
Take a random number, add that.
So the height of the screen is 120 pixels. So we're telling the game to
randomly go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, randomly go kind of over the whole height of the screen. And it really starts to look like a game.
Exactly.
Yeah. I guess the referees fit, but...
There's a lot of refs. Makes no sense.
It is a lot.
You have 3 refs plus the ones in the stadium now. There's a lot of referees in football.
Man, I think it's a total. I think it's over 10 referees actually on the field and I think I want to say I have to count again, but I know it's a lot because I think every referee pretty much watches every kind of area. They have the referees watching every area of football. You can't get away with nothing pretty much. If you do something wrong, they'll see it eventually. And if they don't call the flag, trust me, they've seen it. But like you said, maybe you found a friend in the referee where he didn't want to throw the flag.
And now there's the replays and everything. Yeah. It's
the replays that definitely makes everything different as well.
All right.
Because I don't know what they're gonna do about the pass interference replay anymore. I think they might as well throw that in the trash. That was a waste of time last year. We didn't have any calls overturned.
No.
Let's see.
So now, the overlap.
So we've got our refs coming from the right, and
nothing happens when
nothing happens when he goes over a player.
It's like we can run over the ref and he won't call anything.
Right.
So what we don't want to do is do something.
That'd be
Yes.
So how about let's keep moving the code and collapse so we see everything. All right. So we want to. So this is a big block, and it runs code when I think we're going to do when a player touches an enemy. So whenever in the game a referee sprite touches the player, then this code is going to run.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
Hey, wait. What is this step telling us to do? I think we need to go to the next step. Oh yeah, okay, we got it. Let's do the next one. We want to improvise.
Destroy other sprite, which is the enemy. Oh, okay.
All right, so this is very important to pay attention. We're going to grab the other sprite
Okay.
and put it there. So other sprite is the referee that just touched our player.
Right.
And if you click on plus, yeah, you can add some cool effects there.
Yeah, for a bit less.
So let's show the game. We can try them out in the game.
Fire. Let's see what we have.
You need to actually touch them, Emil.
It's hard with the mouse.
I think you're instinctively trying to avoid them. And you can see
when you touch them.
Yeah, it does a little bit of fire, and
Wait,
they eventually vanish, right?
Yeah. No, so then we need to actually lose a life, right?
Yeah, we need to remove a life. And, you know, we basically change our number of life by -1.
Right.
Which means that, and ultimately the game will go to game over.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Every time you touch somebody, you will lose a life.
Yep.
But we can't.
Can we change it to where as though, if you touch the person, does we burst into flames, or does it have to be the ref?
The ref.
Right now it's the ref.
It's
The ref. Okay.
Yeah, we still haven't done our. We still haven't been. Oh,
Yeah, we're not. We're just a little bit over halfway there.
Yeah, we don't. Our projectiles don't.
Yeah.
Our footballs don't
They
don't do anything right now.
Right.
The refs are strong.
Right. The force is strong with the refs.
It's just shooting them out of there, shooting them out. Said wrestling.
Put in an event to run the code. All right, so
Yeah.
what are we doing now? We're gonna handle the football touching the referee sprites.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you're going for a duplicate.
Let's see what we got. Let's ask some questions in the chat. Answer some good little questions. Y'all can ask me anything football related, anything y'all want to know.
Okay.
I had the Derrick Henry question. Oh, there's some other questions y'all want to know. Anything about the upcoming season? You know.
Yeah. So make sure you're on Mixer. You can ask questions on the chat, and then
on Mixer.
Kevin is looking at that.
Okay, so projectile overlaps on enemy. We need
All right,
to
let's move it up.
also duplicate.
So the projectile are the footballs, and the enemies are our referees right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna say that whenever the football touches the referee,
You kill
the referee gets destroyed.
and then the football also, let's say, just like goes away.
Probably want to make it shorter.
Yeah, for both.
All right, let's do a preview of that. All right. Hold on, I'm playing. Oh, yeah.
But we don't have a limited amount of bullets, so it's kind of easy.
Yeah, we can change that later.
Blow them
Looks
up now.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's working up. It's working now.
All right. Next step.
Real game. It's cool.
Okay.
Destroy the other sprite. We've done that. Kind of got ahead of ourselves here in
Yeah.
the steps.
Well,
Right.
I
And-
kind of already knew what was gonna happen, so.
Do we have one more step?
Yeah.
I think we're almost done with the game.
Insert code. Okay, I did that.
So we destroyed both.
Somebody asked in the chat, said, is the boy doing this himself? His name is Emil, not the boy. And he's
Emil is
pretty
our
good.
operator here,
Right.
Yeah.
building the game.
I mean, once you've been doing coding for some time, you start understanding it. Starting is
Exactly.
hard, but like, I know a lot of people that, like in my class, they don't know how to code, but then once they've done it for a day, it's easy.
Right. Nah, that's cool, man.
And I think the last.
How long have you been doing this?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, the streaming, we've been doing it for like 3 weeks. right?
We've been in
Totally
quarantine for a month and a half in Seattle.
Wow, month and a half. Whew,
Yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah.
Now, how
So
long have you been coding though? Doing
Me,
coding,
kind of always, cause that's my dad's job, so
right?
I do it.
yeah, and your school has done things
Yeah.
like Hour of Code.
My school has done.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
There's
I said they've been coding for 3 months. Halo Master.
cool. Yeah, coding is fun and building your own video games. I think we're going to finish the tutorial here by
Yeah.
adding the score, and then we're going to start changing things, which is the fun part.
Yeah. Fun.
Okay.
All right, so I think
Okay.
that's it. Let's play our game and see what
Oh.
we've gotten, what we ended up with.
Oh, also, so when you click finish, you leave the tutorial, but you don't leave the editor. So
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll talk about sharing in a second. Let's close this window, Emil.
Yeah.
All right. So when you close the tutorial and you click finish, what happens is you've got all the blocks. You see, there's way more options here.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a lot of more options to do more complicated games. So
music, everything.
and this is our game that we've built. But I think, and Kevin, if you have some suggestions to improve it, we'll take them. It has, I think, to my taste, a few issues.
Well, we could change the background color.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah. I mean, looks pretty good
Yeah.
from that standpoint. I mean,
We can do some small improvements. For example, we can make it look more like a football field.
Oh yeah, let's make
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's start with the color. That's the image.
that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's draw
Yeah.
a football
Yeah.
field.
Green bag, baby.
You might want to paint it, otherwise it's going to take a long time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
you gotta-
green.
And then you do a bit of like white lines, I guess.
Yeah, some white lines.
Nope.
I was
Undo.
still using the paint tool. Okay.
You can use a line tool as well.
Yeah, I'm not really a straight liner.
Yeah, neither am I. So
There we go. One line. Let's add a few more.
yeah, you can probably make about 4 or 5 lines should be good enough. Let me see.
Yeah.
You might need a little bit more.
Oops, that one was okay.
Yeah, it's
It's quality.
That should
quality
be good.
drawing.
We could just do
All right, let's see what it looks like.
like some numbers, I guess. 0. Oh no. Okay.
You probably will need. You
Yeah.
probably would need.
Tennessee.
I mean, you can make the numbers, but I think that would take a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
You can make the hash marks, but I
Yeah.
mean that would take a long time
Oh,
too. So.
Oh,
yeah.
It looks perfect now.
Yeah, I think it looked pretty good from there.
Looks pretty good.
Could have added the goalpost maybe.
Yeah,
That's
let's do it.
fine.
Let's do a goalpost. You know what? We're gonna create a new sprite for it because I
Okay.
think we've got an image for that.
Yeah, we do.
Um,
This is kind of getting big.
yeah. So let's collapse the code editor. So we've taken the code to create a new goalpost. We're gonna move things around here.
Mhm.
And just like last time,
Let's just get a new workspace.
we're gonna make sure it's not a player, otherwise it's gonna be confused. Or we're gonna call it a food.
Food.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we add a new kind and just make it like
Yeah,
we
we
did
could.
that once?
Yeah, we could do that. What is it? Furniture?
Furniture.
How do you call the goalpost and everything?
The post.
Posts. There we go.
Okay.
All right, let's do that drawing.
There's a really nice drawing here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could have the
Yeah.
goalpost move up and down, and you have to try to touch it with the footballs.
Yeah, but that okay, but then that would like we'd have to take away all of our what's it called again? All our refs.
No, the ref goes through it. All right, let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, I see how it looks.
There you go. That's pretty legit goalpost.
We need a position.
Yeah, we just got to move it to the end zone, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we use a block called set position. So we're gonna rename that variable that sprite we created to the post.
And then, yep.
And that's gonna be all the way to the end. Yeah, we can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's try that.
Okay, we need to center it. I didn't center it.
Yeah, just try to center it, and yeah, it should be good right there.
Huh.
Hey. But you know the post.
NFL ones too. That's back in the 50s. The field goal used to be in the end zone.
Oh yeah.
And now they have them behind the end zone. But yeah, this old school, right? We're playing old school football.
Yeah, it's old school football.
So you would just run into it?
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping your quarterback don't throw the ball into the goalpost and you run right into it. But yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah, it used to be like, I think it used to be like 3 yards, like right in the middle of the end zone. It was crazy.
This is cool. You know, Emil, how about we move these goalposts up and down?
Oh, okay. But what will we do with it?
Oh, it's.
I mean, what will happen?
You can add extra points if you touch the goalpost. I think so. So there's
make it like it's like a bonus point.
Yeah.
Bonus.
What we can do is give it a speed and having bounce.
Y is like that, so.
Yeah. Okay, let's try that. So now it's going to spawn kind of randomly every time we play. It's not moving.
Yeah, it's not moving.
So what you want to do is make it bounce on the walls.
Oh, shouldn't we do like on game update, it changes position?
If you give it a speed, you're... So there's a trick here we can play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We can tell that the sprite not only stays in the screen, but actually bounces on the walls. I don't know if you see that. Let me zoom out. So you think about the screen being like a box, Kevin. We're going to tell the post that whenever he hits the wall, it's just going to bounce.
Yeah.
And then...
Don't we have to set the speed?
Yeah, so now let's set the speed. Set the velocity. Now what we can do is tell it to... So let's see. We're taking this post, and we want...
Not that much.
Okay. So
we want
horizontally...
Zero.
Yeah.
Exit has to be
That's
0.
an interesting one. Okay, so we don't want it to move away from the end zone.
So let's
Right.
see.
See, now it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's moving around.
Yeah.
Okay, and then throw. I just ruined our setup.
Ruined the microphone. Whoops.
We have a difficult game now because you got to dodge the referees and throw the football in the goalpost.
Yeah.
You have to dodge the referees and then...
But nothing really happens if the football goes through the goalpost.
Well, what we could do is give points if you hit the goalpost.
Okay, you get like 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's do the same as usual. We're gonna
Make another overlap.
yeah.
Let's do
That can kind of actually be kind of like the opposite of the game. That could be cool where you just get a point for every time you throw the football in the goalpost.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Dodging the football player is just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're gonna change the game so that you only get points when you touch the goalpost.
Okay.
Exactly.
And you
Yeah,
don't
that's
get a
cool.
point, so it destroys it. And so
Yeah.
if the referee touches you, you lose a life. So you have to. You don't get a point when you destroy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You only get a point for throwing it in the goalpost.
Exactly.
And you lose a life if they touch you. If the referee touches you.
So it's a projectile is our football, and then when it touches a post, then now we get.
We get. I'm blank. Points.
All right. We get points
4-5-1.
Yeah.
and
Like, no, because this is the only way we're getting points.
let's get a lot of points.
Let's get all
Points are
of them.
free.
Point free. Be passing them out like candy.
And let's destroy the football too.
Okay. Why not?
Otherwise, I mean, it could go through. No, let actually keep it. It has to go
Yeah,
through the.
it'll just go through the wall.
Yeah, because you have to see it go through the football.
Yeah,
I mean,
Let's
that's
see.
right. Yeah, this is already becoming, it's different game than the tutorial.
You're getting a lot of points though, because it's kind of always hitting it. So I think we should move it faster.
The other thing I wanted to do to be more fun is to give a bit of acceleration on the football so it doesn't go straight.
Oh yeah, or like it drops.
It drops.
But then you'd have to. That wouldn't do anything, because like then you'd have to choose like an
Well,
angle.
what we can do is we can say start with a bit of speed because you're throwing, up.
right.
So you've got a bit of speed going up, but we can also tell it to, where is it? That's the referee. That's not good. I'm destroying the game. Where is the code where we create our football?
I lost everything.
Here.
I don't know where it is. Okay, there it is.
So here we're going to do,
Set acceleration.
we're going to set, here we go. We're going to set a bit of, hold on. Here. We're going to say, okay, you go up when you start. You see now it's up would be minus, let's do minus 20. Emil can drive.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So it goes up when we shoot. Let's try that.
Right.
It's going up a bit.
Yeah.
And now we're going to add a block to make it fall.
Okay, but doesn't our player need to be farther back?
Yeah, we should do that too. Let's do the acceleration. And this is more like, a real acceleration, not velocity.
Why?
Velocity is, so you start with, imagine when you're falling, you accelerate. So you start with some speed, the ball is going up, but then gravity is going to take it down. Let's say.
Oh, it's going.
Oh, I got the wrong sprite.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How long do you think how long do you think it takes to make like a quality video game?
Oh.
Like a game like, let's say, for example, the new Call of Duty.
Oh, you can't. I don't think you can make a Call of Duty on this.
That's a great question.
I'm saying just in general, like how long do you think it takes to make it? Like,
I mean, that's a lot of very skilled developers.
Yeah, the AAA games like Call of Duty, if you look at the credits, you'll see that it's probably a few hundred people working on that. It's pretty much like movies, right? You got the programmers, the artists, the people who write the story, the testers. So these games build on a lot of also technology, so game engines that let them render super cool 3D graphics. So definitely, so I'm not in the game industry, but if you look at the credits of your game, you should see hundreds of people working on it. It's quite amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
it's just kind of interesting, just to...
Yeah, and I think we're done with the game today, Kevin, because I think we've made it super cool. I'm going to show one more thing is how kids can share the game, and also how you'll be able to play your own game, Kevin, because we're on our computer. So if you look at the icon here on the top, you can click on share, and you can give it a name. So it's what's the name? Anybody? Do we have a name?
I don't have a name.
Anybody got a name for the game in the mixer? Let me see. Let's see if we can think of one.
We can name it Field Goal Mania. I don't know.
Field Goal Mania.
That's a great name, actually.
All right. So we're gonna go for Field Goal Mania. If you're in the game, you can record a little animation of the game.
Yeah.
And then that way you've got a little animation. Then you can just publish the project, and we click on publish.
It's amazing though. It's cool.
And what you'll get is a cool link. And in fact, the QR code, you can just take your phone out. And if you see the QR code there, you can scan the code with your phone, and then you can play the game. So that's a way, if you've built a game with your friends, to actually share with your parents and your friends.
Yeah, share with everybody. We all want to see what you guys came up with.
Yeah. So let's see. I think we're done for today as far as the coding is concerned. Is there? So we're going to be closing today, and this was great to have you. Here, Kevin.
Oh, of course.
Thank you
I can
so
much. A couple of these names. Somebody said referee hustle, big baller, evil referees, football hero. I think that's been pretty cool.
So do you have any advice or tips for students studying at home today?
Yeah, most definitely. First, I would definitely say, I know it's kind of unique because a lot of times, especially if you're going to school, you're not homeschooled. Being at the house is kind of hard. I would say it's kind of hard to stay focused on your work because, you may have your video game and right in the next room or, some other stuff to do. But at the same time, I would definitely say making sure that you're staying up on your studies, making sure you're doing your homework, and also doing something outside of, just schoolwork, whether if it's getting on here and doing coding or reading a book or getting outside, doing some exercise, making sure that you're really staying active and you're, exercising your brain as much as you can, during this break. So, just, and also, listen to your parents and doing stuff like that because, just in times like this, we just all need to stick together and, just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
All right, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. And I think this is going to close this meeting. We look forward to see you in the next season of football. We'll be, watching you closely. Thank you a lot for your time. This was a show with the Microsoft stores for the Digital All-Stars, and we had Kevin Byard from the Tennessee Titans who coded a game with us.
Most definitely, man. Thanks for having me. It was awesome. It was great. It's great meeting you two guys, man.
Thank you, Kevin. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.